Good morning, Titan City! I'm your man Alien, and you are watching the Cyber News. City trembles in preparations for Titan City anniversary. Ryan Rickson himself will lead the great parade. Is it risky for our founder? Or ballsy as he always is? Alien parasites, and where to catch them. And small skirmishes in city's underbelly. Do we have a rat problem? Or a dwarf problem on our hands? Also, new casino opens in which you can bet your own dignity. But first, let's talk about Cyberforge Patreon. Alright everyone, we are at it again. So, first we just have to talk about full preview of our release, Galactic Mining League. Okay, you saw the minis, the numbers of your comments, positive comments, are enormous, so thank you very much. We are very glad you like it. I already talked about this dwarf part with you, so I think we can just skip that and I will go straight to the other minis. If you have any more dwarf questions, just hit me up. I will try to answer them. And also, I think I answered most of the small questions. There was nothing problematic for now in comments. I hope I'm not missing anything, and I of course address it if I do. So straight to the release. Over here you have like a full presentation with all the dwarves or all the rats that you were pleasantly surprised about them, because we are a bit scared about them, but they are great, and of course the giant things, robots and stuff. So I will just like shuffle through them. Oh, and internet is not with me, but I will just shuffle through them and talk about every minis, but not the part where we have dwarfs. Okay, I will just, sorry, because internet is awful, but I can say something about the parts. As you can see with this photo where you have all the dwarfs, I especially made them like with multiple options. In the first idea was that they were not supposed to be a modular, but characters, but they are so good that I decided just like give them parts, and you can see that you can give them mag beers, axes, all the heavy weapons. So like technically you have only 3 models, but theoretically you can just make like whole big units with them. And also, like I said before, during the month we'll have a collaboration with Popsicles, and we will get some more dwarfs for you. I hope you like it. So that's like the dwarf part. They are like semi-modular because, like I said, all the dwarfs I have just in 2 versions. First, I was hoping to make them with the helmets, where you can just print them and put them on. But that was the problem, because all the hairs, beards, and I don't want to lose some characteristics of the faces in order to have a possibility to put helmets separately. So I just made another minis, which you can just print in helmet versions. But what we have, because I want to go to the rats. Okay, so the idea for the rats, this is like sticky stuff. Not maybe I'm not aware of, but not a lot of people made rats for sci-fi. Of course there are some, but we also wanted to have some, because rats are like generally great idea. Like you know, they, I don't know, evil in settings probably, but not exactly, and they were like interesting to do. In which we did in our story, which I will come to it later. But great designs, they have this ratty feelings to them, but also still are futuristic. All of them were designed in concept arts by Valok. You saw his artworks in some previous videos, made by our man Artai, who is with us since the beginning of the Cyberforge. He made for us a lot of models, and he made them. I just modified them a bit, just added like this small rat over here, those things with the stones. But really, the design was Valok's and the making was Artai's. I was just like modified them a little bit. Some of you wrote the comments that they are like squishy and like, but yeah, this one is like this one is great because he's like screaming. And when I saw the concept art, I decided we have to do this. This one's my favorite, really, and they're really cool when you have them in hands after the printing. So yeah, the rats were awesome. And one of my friends who also worked with us, he plays Blood Bowl. And I don't know the faction, but I know there's something like a big rat over there, and we was lacking monsters, which we were talking about previously. And this guy, this one's mine, because I was like quickly, come on, how can I put some monsters for you? But I still don't like I said, every time the time is against us, and we have just like short time span to do the models. And I was like, oh, okay, I have to kit bash it and made it quickly. So like I decided I already have some rats. I have some parts like drilling all this drilling setting. So I just like put him together, and he came out great. I think he's scary. He's big. It's some settings that he's like rat ogre, something like that. But I don't know. For me, it's just like a big rat with powerful drill. And the whole idea was like, after we have all the models, we thought about our stories, because and this is the part also I would like to address in this video, because since the beginning we wanted to have in Cyberforge, in opposite to Titanforge, have some stories and some setting which can like narrate and talk more about the minis that we are putting out, because we don't have as much time as we want to like expose more of our setting. So since the beginning, me and Kuba, which I'll present in a minute, with whom I present in a minute, we're thinking about making some crazy stories and some crazy settings. So like we thought about Titan City, our version of super futuristic, high tech but also low tech and low life city, when you can just put everything and it will still fits from the story point of view. And it's not that easy to thought about those stories. I have some ideas, but I cannot write as good as our man, which I present to you, Kuba. He always this is the man who he's like one man army in Titanforge, because he's game designer. All the good written text in English is his, because he's our language specialist. All the bad stuff is probably mine when something is misspelled or something like that. But he's our language specialist, also writer, copywriter, excellent sense of humor. He wrote all the stories. Even if I came out with some special idea, he just have ability to write it in the great way. And I really encourage you to just scroll with the previous posts, and all the stories are just hilarious. You can just like die laughing, which I do every time. And I have this idea from this story from this month, where the whole story is like in Lord of the Rings, when you know, like in the cave something is chasing you, the fellowship is chased by the goblins, and I was like, okay, let's do this, like, but just like to flip it. So the rats are good guys and they are chased by crazy greedy dwarves, and at the end they are attacked by the huge monsters, bots that lives in the dungeons. So that was just like the flip was my idea, but I usually try to tell this to Kuba, and he wrote it beautifully. As like you can read. Really, I love his stories. That's why we'll always do the stories in the Cyberforge. This is excellent piece of like storytelling and good humor, because we have like specific dark, nihilistic, but also crazy humor. So all the good rotten stuff in here is his credit. So behold, this is Kuba. he chose this picture. You saw him probably on some other videos from Titanforge or Bloodfields probably. we chose this picture because we were going to Gamma to an event where we were landing in Los Angeles, and after a whole day of walking, he just collapsed on the floor. We all exhausted from walking, and I just shot the picture. and I told him that he was looking like from hip hop music cover, and so he told me today just take this picture and show the people. Okay, so this is Kuba on his hip hop cover. So that's it. And really, like I said, all the awesome rotten stuff on the Cyberforge is his. So he's like very much the core of the Cyberforge unit in our team. So that's what you will hear more from Kuba in the upcoming months. Every time, every good story is his. Okay, since there was a story and we already were making some big bots, we were making also those huge guys. First of all, maybe those. I know that they are inspired from Grimdark. I understand that, but when you look at them, really, the guy who made them, Martin Keim, the one who sometimes sits behind me when I'm recording, he's famous with being very precise, slow, but precise. And when you can just like see all the details, it's worth it. Totally worth it. He spent like a lot of time on those guys, but it's really awesome job strictly from sculpting point of view. Nothing more to say. Awesome job, huge bots, and they were like the doom of the like our version of Barlock in this story when they were fighting and the huge thing came out them just to destroy the greedy dwarves and the poor little rats who they in the story they are there on the humanitarian mission or something like that. It was really awesome. What else do we have here? I think this is it because the big part of the release is the dwarf part, and like I said, we already covered it. So I hope you like it. Next, I had two ideas for the releases for the cyber news. And one of them was like to give you like news from the sci-fi world in general, which are influencing me, which I'm interested in. So that also influence what I do on the Cyberforge. One of those things was like a bit sad part because the great composer Vangelis died in the last week. He made great little music for little film. You probably know it, Blade Runner. The music is awesome. I have vinyl at my home, and I listen to this regularly. In the sequel, Blade Runner 2049, Hans Zimmer made the music, which were also awesome. But the original, if you didn't watch the movie, but I think if you are at Cyberforce, you probably watch it. So just music is just awesome background for this awesome story, and it's so good to listen to at home just to relax. Really a shame. It's a sad news, but I think it's important because I'm trying like those things, implement them to the minis. You will see where I'm getting with this. So that was the sad part. The other part, the other news is like that Love, Death and Robots just came in. This is the third season, and I already saw it. And in my opinion, this is some heavy stuff because I'm not fond of the new sci-fi movies these days. There are lots of them, and it's hard to find good ones. And good ones are always inspiration for the future. Like Blade Runner is like years ago and still inspires artists all over the world. So the stuff like that. Love, Death and Robots. The problem is that those are like small movies and they can just came by you and you didn't see. But if you don't, please do. I saw them. The great high concepts, high sci-fi concepts are there, and also visuals. I like animation flexing. They just like trying to put at us some awesome animation stuff, which looks beautiful. Really Love, Death and Robots. If you didn't see it, I recommend it. Alien approves. Yeah, so that's it. The next stuff, it's about because some of you wrote a comment on the YouTube that you commented my shirt. Also because I prepared. I'm prepared for this. That I only need a cigar and I will look like guy from the Magnum. I actually smoke cigars and I love them. And today Kuba gave me a pack of new cigars. So thank you, Kuba. But yeah, this is like a whole package. But you also wrote that you need a minis of me, and actually I did one some time ago. Actually, 1 year ago, even further, but it came out a year ago. But it's not about me. As I would like to, in each Cyber News, I will try to give you a bit of story of some minis from our releases. I hope it will be interesting, and it will show you just that we are still, even if we are making this very fast, this is like month to month, we have to like put out the miniatures, we still thought them out and have some high ideas, high concept ideas for them. I didn't know exactly this high concept, but they have some ideas that we all try to sneak them in for you just to enjoy it more, even if this on unconscious level. So this guy that I made the year ago was Mitch Martin miniature, which I made a bit further, but he didn't came to the releases earlier. So I just decided to put him inside the anniversary, because that was also my anniversary at Cyberforce. So that's a very special thing for me. So this mini it's old, so it's maybe not too good. Probably it presents very good at the table. So I have him right here, but at the table he doesn't. I just want to focus him a bit. Probably, yeah. But not for everyone, because there are some details on him that I wanted to put them for you. I know it's maybe little, but if some of you like put them out, then congratulations. So just to show you, because it's easier to make it on the in Blender, because I show you the details. So of course he has my tattoo. I have that something like this over here. The hair is obvious, but I'm not always like this. What inspired me to do him was actually a mini from, not mini, but painting from other setting that I really love. It's Mutant Chronicles. It's underrated. It's also from years by cursed with awful minis. I'm sorry if someone made minis for them. I love those minis, really. I played Warzone, and also RPG, Mutant Chronicles, but the minis were always not too good, and that was not good for the setting. Which is and setting it's great. It's atmospheric. It's dark. I love it. And there was this character over there, Mitch Hunter, with his dog. And as you can see, this painting was inspired me because I love this character and his dog. Come on, guy with the dog. And here at Cyberforge, also at Titanforge, we love dogs, so cats also, but also dogs. And that was just like came to me. Okay, why I don't do just something like that with my beloved dog. This is my beloved dog. She passed away almost 2 years ago. Angola. She was a schnauzer, and she was crazy. And that was actually a good idea to put her. Oh, that was my other dog. Put her to. That's her. But don't get fooled. She can just like bite your face off. Crazy dog. And that was like a great idea to put her in. And the guy who was jumping and shooting and is rescuing his dog, or probably rescuing someone else from this dog, so the dog doesn't eat him. So that was like my personal hints. But hints for the sci-fi enthusiasts like you were a little bit different. So first thing over here, I don't know if you can tell what is it, and it's nothing wrong with you if you can't, but this is actually an origin sign from Japanese, from kanji. I hope I pronouncing this right. And it shows in Blade Runner, in movie that I mentioned earlier. It means origin, and the whole origin stuff in the movie is a heavy theme, something to thought about. In movies, it's so during one of the first scenes where Deckard is waiting for his food, and also in some chase scenes there's only at the city, and some beautiful stuff over here. I just decided to put it in because I love the Blade Runner. And the second thing, this is, you know, the Mini is so small you can't tell, I understand that, but this gun is actually from TV series Farscape, which the main hero over there, John Crichton, had his gun, and this gun was always jamming, and he named him Winona after the actress. So and I love also this series, so I decided just to put this in. I know this is probably hard to put out from the Mini, but that's just like my stuff for you, and I hope that this tells you that we are putting the soul into our Minis, even if we are trying to put them out as quick as we can and make them as pretty as we can. But pretty Mini is not everything, hopefully. So I hope that is something interesting. I will try to do this maybe shorter, but more in the future. I will just pick some interesting minis. I try to tell you some stuff about them. It maybe let me know in the comments if this is a good idea. Of course, the format will probably improve over time, but I thought this could be interesting. Also, there was one question we have in the comments if we have something new from Grid Wars, and I thought, we have a ton of new stuff from Grid Wars, like really, but I cannot show this to you, but maybe like with the preview with A-Team, I can a bit, so I just show you something a little bit, so you just trust me that the stuff is coming out. For a second, you can then probably pause it on YouTube, but I'll just do it like this and do it like this, and that's it. That's all I can show you, because we don't want to spoil it. Really, the train of the Grid Wars is starting very hard, but we still need some time, because we like lots of our hands. But please, I hope that this little bit just give you something. What else do I have on my list to show you? Yeah, of course, I have to tell something about, because this model is from the previous anniversary. We have to talk about just a little bit about our upcoming anniversary. And there were, of course, comments, because this release is like two themes heavy, rats and dwarves. And I understand that there are no characters over there, but I would like to assure you, make sure, Polish English, make sure that you will receive lots of great models, character, cyberpunk, Shadowrun related models, inspired models in the anniversary release. I assure you, I don't know if this is a word, the concept designs, some of them, because there are lots of minis, and some of them are designed by Valok, and we talked about this, and the stuff that he's designing, we decided that the great thing will be like some 80s look, so like 80s sci-fi. This is not for everyone, of course, so not all the minis will be like that, but not like full 80s, just the vibe, just the hair, you know, like mullets and stuff. There are some great models over there, and I really hope you will like it. I'm already in love with this release, because this is like my themes, so I hope that you will all love it. And like in the last year on the anniversary, we will trying to get to 3,000 subscribers, and we done this, but only for a second, because there was like some drops, some people migrated to tribes, but more or less there are like 3,000 of us over there, and we just get to those numbers last year. I hopefully hope that this year we can do it also, and it will like just even if you are coming to us only for this month, is a great idea because we will receive so many models. Really, I'm not exaggerating. There will be so many models, and they will not lack in quality. I assure you. This is what kind of word is it? I will make sure that they are like our standard or even higher quality, but there will be lots of them for few settings. So hope you will be there with us. We'll also prepare some surprises. There's a lot of work, but hopefully we'll make something very special with this. We will of course make during the anniversary the poll where we ask some specific questions, because my education background is not art, it's sociology, and I was into the poll stuff. So I will also check out that this poll is very with good data for us, you know, so the questions are not like random. So we will work also on that. That will also give us great input for the future of Cyberforge. And I think we are up at the end. I have nothing more on a list. Of course, if there will be more questions or some problematic question, I will prepare next cyber news. We are also preparing some other video type stuff, but that is stuff for the future. But I'm just hinting, maybe something new, because I'm trying to like open channels of communication with you guys, because okay, writing stuff is cool, but probably it's good to see some faces, even if ugly ones. But it's good to see who are making the stuff for you. So that's why I try to present Kuba today, say something about Artai, about Valok, Marcin. There's a lot of us also. So I think you like it. Please let me know in the comments what do you think about this general news, about those minis histories that I will try to reveal for you. And I think that's it. Just, you know, stay cool, stay cyber.